welcome to the channel. You're watching Zaza Creations, and on my channel I am taking you all through my sewing journey, and I just started, or I haven't officially started yet, but I'm also sharing faith-based content on my channel. So you will find a combination, a mixture of both sewing and faith-based content. I don't know what that mix will look like, but if that's something that you're interested in, continue to stick around. All right, so yeah, today has been interesting. Well, not interesting, but it's just been a lot going on today with the impending snowstorm. My hubby was out running errands, just trying to get us some things for the house. Not that we needed a whole lot, but just wanted to make sure that we had ourselves covered in the event that we are snowed in for a couple of days. So he went and did that. When I got off of work today, I attempted to work on my certification program. I had to pause as I thought that through because it has been a very interesting, very interesting process in getting that program started. You all knew that I had some issues with registration the first week, and the second week, which would be this week, they don't have any record of me submitting my discussion post. I can't find stuff. It's just been very frustrating, somewhat annoying, because I try to make sure that I'm very, I stay on top of things, and I'm getting my assignments done, and I'm putting forth the proper level of effort. And when you feel like you're doing these things, but it's not going anywhere, or you're like being derailed from things that you can't control, it can work on you a little bit. So I was feeling a little defeated, just a little bit defeated today, because I was ready to go and finish up my readings and get my posts together and get my postings done, and I wasn't able to do it. So I just decided I would just take some time to move away from the computer, move away from the coursework, and come to my room and work on some sewing. So that's what I will be doing for tonight. I think we're gonna order pizza for dinner, just something quick, nothing too complicated, just to kind of make this evening as stress-free as possible. That's where I am right now. I need stress-free. So let me show you guys what I am going to be working on. Well, I think you already know, but let me show you what I have here in terms of my fabric choices and all that great stuff. So I am going to begin working on my Bible cover set, and I have lots of ideas about what this set could look like. It's definitely going to be a Bible cover for one. I thought about a pencil case or some kind of case for maybe my post-it notes and my flags and things like that, my bookmarks. And I also was thinking I could do a bookmark, like a fabric bookmark, maybe and a rectangle shape, or maybe a corner that I can put on the top of my books as I'm reading and studying. And then what else did I think about doing? Oh, I thought about doing a coaster as well, because when I'm sitting downstairs at my office space and I'm working on things and reading and studying, I do like to have a nice cup of coffee or a cup of tea, whatever is my choice for the day or for the week. And I want to have something I can maybe just put my cup on, make me feel like I'm doing something, special. Even though I really am doing something special, I'm reading my Bible and doing my studies. But just to kind of bring the whole moment full circle, I want to maybe create a coaster. So what I have here are, I think, the things I need. Not everything. I don't have my rotary cutter out. I don't have the basic stuff out, but I do have my supplies. So what I decided to do was I went to Hobby Lobby and I purchased this floral print. So I really wanted to do butterflies, but I couldn't find a pretty enough butterfly design fabric. They had plenty, but the color choices wasn't what I was looking for in terms of my set. So I ended up just getting this pretty paisley, and it has flowers. You guys know I love flowers, and every once in a while I do like to see paisley. So I got this beautiful floral paisley printed fabric, and it has my colors, my teal, which I love. The purple is here and the black, and it has little speckles of like gold trim. So that's this here. This will be the outer cover of my Bible cover. This will be on the outside, and I'm going to use this here for the inside. So you can kind of see how they'll look together. The colors are pretty much complementary, so I thought this would be great. I was going to use this as the outer and the inner, like the outer part of the Bible cover, and also for the lining, but the more I looked at it, it just wasn't sitting right with me in terms of like a cover for the front. I thought this would be nicer as a lining, and this was a fabric I purchased a long time ago. Like, I've been sewing for about 5 or 6 years now. When I first started sewing, I purchased this from, I don't even remember where I got it from, but it was inexpensive. I was excited. I purchased it and I still have it. So I'm like, let me go ahead and work on my stash a little bit and try to get some of these things out of here. So I'm going to use this for the liner part of the book cover and the bookmark, and probably the pencil case, and the yeah, so that was it for that. I already had some purple thread. I was thinking about using black, but I didn't think the black would look nice with this one here, so I just decided to stick with the purple. You know, I thought that'd be great. So I got my purple thread. I already had some bobbins already, you know, ready to go. I've got 2 here. My bobbins are ready. And then I thought I could get a little creative, just a little bit creative. And I was going to try to do these iron-ons. These iron-ons with this little cross here, I think will look really pretty on here. So what I will put on there, I don't really know yet in terms of like what I want the cover to say. So the Bible cover itself, it is, when the Bible is open, it'll be 12 inches. I have to add more space for the allowance to give it room for the Bible to fit in it properly. And it's about 8.5 inches tall. So it's 12 inches wide this way once it's open, and it's about 8.5 inches from top to bottom. So I'm not sure. I need to think about what I would want to put on here with these colors, or put on the cover itself with these press-ons, or these iron-ons rather, not press-on. These iron-ons. But yeah, I got these as well, so I'll be thinking about that. And that's it. And well, not it entirely. So I did not need to get a pattern for this at all, because I've done one before, and I know I can find a tutorial all over the place on social media or on YouTube. But Simplicity was having a sale on their patterns, and I knew that I wanted to work on a pencil case, so I thought I'd just go ahead and purchase this, since I thought it was really timely. And what I like about these is, one, it has the wider pencil case. It's not just your typical flat zipper top, but it has this one here that is a little wider on the side, which I thought would be great. And it comes in different sizes, so I could make different sizes of these here. So yeah, I think this is what I'm going to work on. I'll probably save this here for last. I'll save this for last. I'm going to work on the book cover itself, the Bible cover itself, first, and then I'll work on the other pieces to go along with my set. And I think I purchased 1.5 yards of this here. My receipt says it's 1 yard, but I remember specifically asking her to do 1.5 yards, and I stood there when she did it. So this is definitely about 1.5 yards of fabric here. And then I have my basting because I know I need to have this to make the inside, the not the inside, but to make the cover itself nice and soft, and so it's not just fabric. I'm gonna give it a little bit of a nice feel, nice touch to it. So I got the batting there as well, and I have my basting adhesive that I will use to make sure that the batting is in place as I begin to sew. So although I think I have some fusible batting upstairs, I need to double check because I did buy this hoping that it was going to be fusible, and it's not. But after I purchased this batting, I realized I think I have a bag upstairs that I used for some bowl cozies I did about a year or two ago for the holidays. So this may just be extra, but that's what I plan to do. And I've been all over social media, not social media, I'm sorry. I've been all over YouTube just trying to find different tutorials to make the Bible cover, and I did find one. Yeah, the video is by Cosmopolitan Cornbread. She does not call herself a sewist, but I think her video was really, really great. She did a really nice custom Bible cover. She has a pocket on the front, and it was really straightforward. So I'm going to use her video tutorial as I am working through my own Bible cover. All right, so that's my plan for tonight. All right, y'all, so I got a FaceTime in the middle of me working on my my book cover, my Bible cover. And I'm also noticing that my device is running low on juice right now. So I'm going to end this portion, and I'm going to continue to work, and I will pick up once my device charges fully, and you guys will see the progress that I've made on this Bible cover. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize my device was low on juice until I got the FaceTime call, and I don't want to be in the middle of working on something and then I all of a sudden just lose you guys. All right, so give me some time to get this device charged, and I will be right back, and I will show you all the progress I've made up to that point. All right, guys, it is several days later. Oh my gosh, I can't even tell you, like, I managed to get the Bible book cover done. So I did finish the first version, and the first version ended up being too small. What I did not account for was, one, the way to properly measure the Bible, and two, the shrinkage or the way I lose some of the measurements with the batting when I go to sew. So I did not properly measure my book cover, my Bible book cover. I just used a simple ruler and laid it flat, and just like wherever the measurement landed is where I measured. Although I did add like an inch, it still ended up being way too small. I had to start over again. And then once I started sewing it, I found a little hole on the side where the sides didn't quite catch the way they should have. So I end up honestly just giving that one to my daughter that she's using for one of her books at school. But I did it again. I did not give up. I went back and did it again, and this time I measured it properly. I took my my measurement tape and actually wrapped it around the Bible, and believe it or not, I did get a slightly different measurement. I think the measurement was 12. I have it written down in my book, but I don't see my book here. But I think the measurement was like 12 and 10, something like that. But anyway, once I measured it properly, used the batting again, it turned out really, really well. And this is the final product. I like it a lot. I love it a lot. This is what it turned out to be. So on the first version, I did not do the quilting lines going down, but I did on this version here, which I really love. It does have the pocket here for me to put my pens in. And the only thing that I did not like about this version, though I'm going to keep it on here, I'm going to use it because I love it a lot, is the inside flap. I would have wanted that to be a little bit longer, right? So the Bible stops there, and as you can see, there's not a whole lot of room before this cover would like come out. So I think the next time I do this for any Bible cover, I'll extend this part quite a bit so that most of the binding, the cover itself is inside, or not the binding, but the front and back of the Bible or book is actually encased in this cover here. So, but this is how it looks. I do love it a lot. And I also did a little bookmark to go with it, matching bookmark. So that's the bookmark. I just opted to do the rectangular one. I could have done the corner bookmark, but I just wanted to do the rectangular one here. So that's that. And I also did the coaster. So I have a coaster as well. So I was in fact able to get this done. I am so happy. I did show my husband, and he said that he wants me to do one for him as well for his Bible. So he brought his Bible in here a few days ago. His is a little bigger than mine, but I can use the same method, you know, wrap my measuring tape around it, get the measurements at about, I might actually add, I added an inch to my measurement, and the inch may have been too much. So I might do like 3/4. I don't know. Let me think about how much more space I want to give in that allowance. But this is his. I'm going to go ahead and work on his. And yeah, so this was a really easy project to do. I would definitely recommend it as something that you could work on. It doesn't have to be for a Bible. It could be for any book that you're reading, any kind of book cover. Really a great way to kind of like cleanse your palette a little bit and get back into sewing. It came together honestly within like 2 hours. It didn't take much at all to get this done. And now that I've done it once, I can certainly do it again, and it will probably take a lot less time. The trickiest part for me though was honestly like trying to remember how to sandwich the lining, because my lining here is, this is the lining, right? It was trying to figure out the proper way to sandwich the lining with the outer cover and with the pockets, where I did have to like watch the video tutorial to make sure I did it in the right order. That way when I flipped it, everything looked proper. So that might be the only place where one might have to get a little bit more attention to and reference, just to make sure that, you know, it turns out great. But yes, this is my Bible book cover. I love it, and I do plan to make another one for my husband. So yes, great palette cleanser project.